Aries, thank you for your patience, guys. This is going to be your weekly for March 3rd through 9th, and I know it's been a while since I've done these, so thank you for hanging in there if this is what you subscribed for. There are going to be 5 cards because I'm changing it up again, and please see the collective reading for this week as well. But we have your first card, Aries, for the general energy this week, and we have the Sun. You may be finding the need to connect your inner child this week and understand things from a baser or what maybe a more childlike view in order to understand it. However, with that being said, do not be overly optimistic with the events that you come into contact with this week. They are only momentary, and do not invest too much of yourself and your emotional health in what it is that you're dealing with this week. It almost feels as though you may be getting a little bit too comfortable with something that's only supposed to be momentary, and you could end up coming off as arrogant later on whenever it ends what you feel like prematurely. As far as love this week, Aries, we've got the Page of Cups. So water always finds its level. Water always finds itself, and that being said, there are creative opportunities to be had in love this week, whether it's being with someone that, or starting a relationship with someone that you wouldn't normally see as your type. You end up finding a connection out of the blue, and even though it's not normal for you, it's not ordinary for your expectations. Your expectations seem to fly out the window with this person, and you can just be in the moment. That being said, with this energy of the Sun in reverse, it could only be momentary for you in your life, so don't put too much expectation on this person or on yourself. And they could also be connected to somebody else, so please be aware and be able to clearly communicate with this person if what your intentions are, if you see it going beyond what its normal scope would be. If you are in a long-term relationship right now with someone, there could be opportunities for you to spend plenty of time alone, and it could really be better for you to follow your intuition rather than follow the normal routine that you guys have. Try something different, and that you know that you both will appreciate. You'll appreciate the change in scenery, the change in habits, and it could be a happy surprise for both of you. And for work this week, Aries, we've got the Page of Swords, very direct communication, but ensure that you're not communicating about something that doesn't matter, because this person is looking at the past, and unless you're going back to a job that you've been at before, it's probably better that if you have been at this job before, that you don't take any of that information or any of that interpersonal relationship stuff with you, with these people that you've worked with before. Do your best to bring in a new perspective and start as though you didn't work here before, because it could be under new management, and there could be all new people that work there now, and they don't know anything about that drama from before. They may not even be aware that you've worked there before. Also ensure that you are following through with what your idea is, and not acting the opposite of what you intend to. This is for your long-term career, Aries, and we've got the Page of Wands in the upright. You may find inspiration in strange places, and I think that's exactly why it is that they don't want you to rely on the relationships that you've had before as far as work goes. Do your best to see things as new and Do not put limits on anything right now. There is a certain amount of freedom that you have, regardless of whether this is an old position that you're taking back up, or if there's any kind of familiarity with this place or this field of work. You have new ideas and new experiences and new lessons that you've learned from other places that you could apply here. So do your best to see things as new and novel, and do not be stuck in the old habits that you had before. Do not be afraid to discover new ways to handle things. And we've got your long-term goals card. You could find yourself giving up on something, whether it was a career path that you always thought you'd get into, like law or medicine, or something that requires a long term of study. You may actually be giving up on that and working more on practical answers and money in your hands. So even though you will have a period of mourning for these long-term goals, I don't think you're really going to have too much of an issue, other than the idea of, well, I was supposed to be able to go to law school. I was supposed to go to med school. I was supposed to be able to go to Carnegie Mellon or whatever. The finances just may not come through. The opportunity may not be there. You may suddenly be starting a family unintentionally. So it is important that you adjust your goals to what your life actually is, rather than the ideas of yesteryear, because things change, and as much as we all hate it, we can't always go with the inner child, the optimistic ideas that, oh, we'll be able to do that one day. As soon as we get past this, just over that hill, we'll be able to do that. And you could find yourself changing what your long-term goals are by the end of the week. But Aries, thank you very much for tuning in. I do hope you will come back. Keep an eye out for the dailies, and please like and subscribe. And even though there may be some tough decisions this week, it does seem like you're going to end up coming out on top. You just may not be getting there the way that you think you're going to.